All right, so some of you may have seen or heard about the Robert Gibbs rant to the Hill about what he called the professional left. Basically, this sort of, I think he was referencing kind of all elitist professionals. And really, what he was lashing out at, I read the piece the Hill wrote, and basically he was saying, there's some people on the left who will never be happy until, they're socialized medicine, blah, 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 blah. And I think that what Mr. Gibbs is missing, and maybe the White House is missing, is that the left is upset because we don't see them trying. If we saw the White House fighting for stuff, I think we would be much more appreciative. But when, the White House and congressional Democrats, and they're both sides are to blame. I mean, both branches of government, both legislative and executive, not because Republicans aren't really, on board with a lot of stuff. But when we don't see the White House fighting for the full progressive causes, we do get disillusioned. We do, when I don't see the administration pushing for a public option, during healthcare debate, I get angry. When I don't see the president doing all he can on don't ask, don't tell, like issuing an executive order stopping any further discharges, we get angry. And it's not sort of you're not doing enough. It's that we don't see you doing anything. And there's time for words and there's time for action. And after a while, we get impatient. If you believe something's right, then you need to fight for it, and we need to know that you're fighting for it. Call out your opponents on the mat, Democrats, Republicans, like this, educational teacher slash, state funding bill that got slashed in half from what it was originally supposed to be. Call out your Republicans and your conservative opponents on that. We need to see that you're fighting for that money and for those jobs and for your principles. And I think Huffington Post did a great montage of President Obama versus Senator Obama, and on a lot of the things about Afghanistan, he's completely, flipped. And it's not that the reality of Afghanistan has changed in the last 18 to 24 months. It's that the politics have. That he's suddenly playing the politics game with American economic prosperity and hundreds of soldiers' lives. And what are we doing? And he should be doing what's right, what's not what's politically expedient. And that's not what he's doing. So yeah, we are a little bit frustrated with you, and we will continue to be frustrated until we think we're being heard and until you're living up to your, the persona that you campaigned on. I'm not even asking. There was a great sort of, I think, misunderstanding between people on the left and the Obama campaign where, he kept saying he was a moderate, and Republicans kept portraying him as, a crazy liberal, and some of us liberals thought, well, he agrees with us. He's on board with what we believe, and he's not. On a lot of things, he is a moderate, whether Republicans like to say so or not. But I would just ask for him to fight for his own previous positions. I'm not even asking him to go after what the left idealized and created him as. This is stuff that he said. When he talks about funding Afghanistan, that dumping more money and more troops is not the answer as a senator, and then he does that as the president, requests that funding, supports those plans. That's him not living up to himself, not liberal expectations, Republican expectations. If he can't even govern from the middle position that he staked out, which was not really not that liberal at all, it was a pretty moderate, center-left approach. If he can't even govern from there, I don't know. We have a right to criticize, and Robert Gibbs just going to have to put up with it. But that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys later.